These systems have been in place since my grandfather was born. My name is Gonzalo Alvardo. I was originally born in El Salvador. However, at the age of 14, I was brought to the United States, Los Angeles. My experience with youth incarceration was at the age of 17 years old. I was arrested and subsequently convicted when I was 21 years old as an adult to state prison. I have become interested in the healing justice process because for many years, for over, I would say 20, 25 years, I felt like I was powerless while I was inside, and a lot of decisions were made about me without even consulting me, without even having a part in the decision making or any mention of a healing of myself or victims alike. So now I feel that I'm in a position where I can empower myself, empower those who are still inside, and also communicate to people that those of us who went through these ordeals, or those of us who committed these crimes, are now in the forefront of wanting to bring to society a certain kind of healing for us and for everybody at large that is involved in this penal system. I believe it's very important because I myself suffer from PTSD, and only through doing the work that is necessary, which is circles, talking circles, meditation, speaking of the experiences that we went through and the experiences that we perpetuated on people. I believe that unless we put it out in the open and own that part, that the healing is not going to even be in glance, or the healing also can have an impact on society by the way that we are becoming part of a society, integrating into society, which is a society that could be very cruel. And if us who spend most of our life inside, witnessing, living through this cruelty, it can leave us helpless. So in order for me to negate helplessness, I feel very strong about finding ways to heal and to help others heal. That is the reason why. The cruelty that exists in prison and also outside. In prison is a cruelty that is more felt. It's in the way of isolation. It's in the way of violence perpetuated amongst ourselves, prisoners, guards, and also the cruelty of robbing human beings, guards and inmates, prisoners alike, robbing us of our dignity by the way of putting us together in concrete boxes where we has to play a role and the guards has to play a role themselves. And in this role, our humanity gets lost in the shuffle. Now, the cruelty outside is indifference, because folks, once we come out here as grown adults, services sometimes can be very skewed as a form that you must have parole, or you must have this many years out in order to qualify for programs or qualify to be an integrated human being into society. So I feel that that is a cruelty that society don't want to acknowledge. Participating in this fellowship has opened me deeper into what it could be. The fact that I can hear stories from men and women from the inside, from different facilities, from different walks of life, and for men who have also been part of the penal system, professional system, and for me to sit down with somebody who has been in that part of the system and break bread with them, understanding the reason behind why somebody goes into work in these facilities. So for me, the experience has been where I get to see and understand a little bit more of why a human being would choose to work, or why a human being like myself would commit crimes, would harm other people. And working in this fellowship has broadened my insight, if you will, into understanding that at the end of the day, we are all hurting from this system. My hope is by the youth seeing us together, developing some kind of agenda for a different way of incarcerating youth, or perhaps even not even incarcerating youth, that we're gonna teach them, we're gonna model to them that there's another way to life. There's a different way of learning from the experiences of being in the streets and not having a sense of direction, to having a sense of direction, of having elders, or having somebody that they can respect, and seeing that the change is possible. And that is my hope.